Good morning, my name is Jody Connor. I am the Wisconsin Works Program Manager for Workforce Resourcing. Wisconsin Works is probably better known as W-2. This is our orientation to W-2, and I thank you for your interest and attendance today. I will be explaining eligibility requirements and program activities in greater detail. You should have received application materials when you came this morning. Please hold off on filling out those forms until the end of the orientation, as I will be explaining them. Thank you. At the end of this video, we will open up a live internet chat session and you will be able to ask a staff member any questions you have. I hope this video orientation will provide you with the information you need to determine if the W-2 program is a good fit for you and whether you will apply to participate. If you do choose to apply for W-2, Workforce Resource would like you to feel welcomed and accepted. W-2 was created to assist eligible parents find the employment they need to support their families. This assistance may include a subsistence cash payment for a period of time. The program is available to low-income parents with minor children who are willing to work to the best of their ability. Nationally, W-2 is known as Temporary Aid to Needy Families, or TANF. Each state administers its own version of TANF. W-2 is overseen by the Wisconsin Department of Children and Families. Last year, Workforce Resource helped over 200 W-2 individuals to find a place in the labor force. One of them was Michelle. When she applied for W-2, Michelle was living with her two sons in a homeless shelter. W-2 staff worked with Michelle, finding money for a security deposit to get her into her own apartment. She was enrolled into a 2-week training program, which led to employment as a personal care worker. The program even helped with the cost of uniforms and with the cost of replacing her car when she struck a deer during her first week on the job. Workforce Resources W-2 program is based on basic assumptions promoted by the Wisconsin Department of Children and Families. These assumptions are: work is the best way for parents to support their families. Getting a job is the first step in the process of achieving economic stability. W-2 assists parents with preparing for, finding, and staying employed. Initially, this means a job within your current skills and abilities, but we can help you chart a career plan for advancement throughout your working life. Family income should improve when parents work. Family income should improve when parents work. W-2's goal is to have parents get the best possible job. W-2 also helps parents receive work supports such as the Earned Income Tax Credit, Food Share, Badger Care, Child Support, and the Wisconsin Shares Child Care, all of which help boost your income. Consistent work is essential for parents to achieve economic stability. W-2 commits to working with parents before and after they find a job to avoid the periods of unemployment which keep you from getting ahead. We recognize that retaining a job and advancing in a job is a long-term process. W-2 participants are parents as well as job seekers. Working parents have multiple family and work obligations. W-2 works with parents to identify strategies to enable you to balance work and the needs of your children. We will work with other agencies or programs you are involved with, so we are all pulling in the same direction and you're not being pulled apart. Eligible parents must be willing to participate in exchange for W-2 benefits. W-2 is a work-based program. Parents, for their part, must participate to the best of their abilities. Families benefit from participating in W-2. W-2 assists parents with identifying their goals and locating needed resources. We want to empower parents to make informed decisions that strengthen their family financially and emotionally. W-2 works with both custodial parents in a 2-parent household and extends services to non-custodial parents when children are in a W-2 household. W-2 matches the needs of working parents with the needs of local employers. The best way to help you earn a paycheck is to connect you with an employer who can use your skills today. We want to learn what those skills are so our staff can help you make those connections. We also want to pass on employer requirements and needs so that you can better prepare to meet them. Now, let's talk about who is eligible for W-2. Staff who determine your eligibility or work with you in the W-2 programs are called Financial and Employment Planners. I will refer to them as FEPs. Determining eligibility for W-2 is not always easy because some income and assets are not counted and some are not. There are also exceptions and waivers for a number of situations. I can provide you with some general rules of eligibility, but a final determination of eligibility can only be made by a FEP at an eligibility appointment. We can give you a written list of eligibility requirements at your request. First, you must be a custodial parent, at least 18 years old, and a citizen of the United States and a resident of Wisconsin. Non-custodial parents may be eligible for non-cash case management services and low-interest job access loans. Teen parents under 18 are not eligible for W-2 cash benefits on their own, but can participate if there is an eligible adult in the household. Unmarried women in the third trimester of pregnancy who have a medically verified at-risk pregnancy are eligible for W-2. Individuals receiving SSI or SSDI are not eligible, although another adult in the group who is not receiving a disability may participate. As a condition of eligibility, applicants must be cooperating with the child support agency, although there are exemptions if such cooperation endangers the applicant or their family. You cannot have quit a job in the past 6 months unless you can demonstrate good cause. If there are 2 parents in the household, both parents will need to attend the eligibility appointment. We encourage both adults to participate in W-2 and job search activities. In addition to meeting the non-financial eligibility criteria, applicants must also meet financial eligibility criteria to be considered for W-2 services or job access loan. W-2 financial eligibility is determined by both a gross income and an asset test. Total accountable income of the W-2 group must be equal to or less than 115% of the federal poverty rate, which is based on family size. Again, not all forms of income are counted. You can ask the live FEP at the end of this orientation about your situation, or you can attend a scheduled eligibility meeting to find out if you qualify. To be eligible for W-2, gross household assets must be $2,500 or less. Only assets that are actually available for use are counted. The value of your home, referred to as your homestead, is not counted. Neither is the first $10,000 of combined value of the W-2 group's vehicles minus any money owed on the vehicles. I'm sure your next question is, can I receive cash to participate in W-2, and what will I need to do for that payment? Yes, W-2 does provide for cash assistance. W-2 is set up so that cash payments are based on the individual's ability to participate in work-related and training activities, which we refer to as placements. The maximum rate is $673 per month. We often liken our system of placements to a ladder. Parents 18 years and older who live with their children are eligible for cash placements. Individuals who don't have basic skills and work habits needed in a regular job environment and are capable of performing sustaining work are eligible for a community service job placement. CSJ positions offer real work training opportunities, but have added supervision and support needed to help the participants succeed. CSJ participants receive a monthly grant of $653. CSJ participants may be assigned up to 30 hours per week of work activities and 10 hours per week of education and training. Individuals who are employed part-time but have reasons that prevent them from increasing their work hours may be placed in a part-time community service job position with prorated benefits from $218 to $435 a month. These individuals may be assigned to work and training activities up to the difference between how many hours they are working and 40 hours. Those activities will be designed to coach the participant to be able to work full-time. Unmarried pregnant women with no children but having an at-risk pregnancy can receive a monthly payment of $673 and have no work requirements or training requirements until 56 days after the birth of the child. A single parent of an infant can receive $673 per month in a caretaker of an infant or CMC placement without work requirements from birth until the child turns 56 days. At that time, they need to change to another placement or close W-2. W-2 transitions, called W-2T, is reserved for those individuals who have serious employment barriers, usually health issues, and are unable to perform independent, self-supporting work. Those individuals who have permanent employment barriers are helped in getting federal disability benefits. W-2T participants receive a monthly grant of $608. They may be required to participate in up to 28 hours of work activities and 12 hours of training each week, as permitted by their disability. The majority of individuals for W-2 are also eligible for food share and Medicaid. The W-2 is considered unearned income and affects how much food share a family receives. There are non-cash case management services for individuals who do not live with their children to help them find employment if their children are in a group which is participating in W-2 or receiving state-subsidized daycare. These include pregnant women with no children who are at risk, non-custodial parents, and minor teen parents. Non-custodial parents may also be eligible for job access loans up to $1,600. Once activities have been assigned, you must complete them unless you have a good reason not to. This is known as good cause. You may be asked to prove the good cause reason. If there is no good cause, individuals in paid placements will see their monthly payment reduced by $5 for each missed hour. This is referred to as a sanction. Individuals who are assessed as being job ready can be required to do upfront job search as part of the eligibility requirements for W-2 for up to 7 days while waiting for a W-2 placement. This upfront period can be extended if the job search is not completed. W-2 is a time-limited program. Both the state of Wisconsin and the federal government have limits on how long an individual can receive cash benefits through TANF and W-2. Wisconsin limits participation in cash payment placements to 24 total months in each of the placement types. Extensions to these limits may be granted if barriers to employment continue to exist and the individual has participated in program activities as required. The federal government limits paid benefits to a lifetime maximum of 60 months. Again, extensions may be available on a limited basis when barriers exist that prevent employment. The activities and services of the W-2 program are intended to help our customers enter the workforce. Typically, our W-2 participants are assigned to a combination of activities, whatever your unique situation calls for in order to be employed, with assignments of up to 40 hours, much like a regular job. You will be tested for your math and reading skills and meet with a FEP to work out an individualized employment plan prior to starting assignments. One example of an activity is formal job search, tracked by activity sheets and weekly attendance at Job Club. We work with the customers so that everyone is prepared for interviews and has a cover letter and resume. While the customer job searches, WRI Business Services staff is contacting employers to arrange tryouts and hires. We offer workshops to build up soft skills, such as working in a team, dealing with difficult people, resolving workplace problems, so that people are work ready. Since the majority of the W-2 clients are in the community service job placement, they may be assigned to unpaid work experience to develop references and basic skills. These placements are at public or private nonprofit entities such as schools, food pantries, Goodwills, and so forth. Short-term training for in-demand occupations, such as nursing assistant or welder, is encouraged. Longer-term training through a technical college may also be approved under some circumstances. Basic skills are essential, so individuals lacking a high school diploma often work on a GED or high school equivalency diploma. Disabled customers are directed to advocacy services to help get appropriate disability benefits, but many of them will also participate in other assignments as they are able. A major part of W-2 consists of the related support services and features designed to get access to and sustain employment. Child support works with W-2 custodial parents to help them get child support payments. Child support income does not cause the W-2 payment to go down, and custodial parents get to keep 75% of their child support payment while on W-2. Wisconsin shares child support subsidies are available to most low-income working families. Families do pay a co-payment based on their income. Job Access Loans, or JALs, are short-term interest-free loans up to $1,600 that are intended to meet the needs that are related to getting or maintaining employment. An example would be buying a car. Transportation assistance in the form of gas cards can help parents get their children to daycare and themselves to work. Healthcare is available through Medicaid and Badger Care. WRI also operates the Workforce Investment Act, or WIA program, which offers employment, placement, and retention, job training, and education-related training services and funding. Services are available to both adults and youth and are delivered through the job centers. Now we'll look over the forms in the package you received. Some of the forms are intended to be taken home with you to be read, while some are to be completed and turned in prior to you being scheduled for an intake. You should only sign forms that you fully understand. If you have any questions or need further explanation, please ask the FEP following this video during the live session. If you have further questions, you can speak to a FEP during your intake appointment. The Benefits and Services brochure. This brochure outlines the various different placements and other services that we offer and is yours to take home with you. The Guide to W-2 Services, Cash Benefits, and Child Support. This form discusses the partnership between the W-2 program and the Child Support Agency. This is yours to take home with you for further information. Rights and Responsibilities, a help guide. Please read this over carefully before applying because it outlines what you will be expected to do and the reporting rules you will need to follow, and what you can expect from us. If you need assistance for this or any other of the forms discussed, a staff member can read it over with you. This form is another one that goes home with you. What to bring with you. This form documents the verifications and the other items you will need to bring with you for your W-2 intake appointment. Not bringing all documents that apply to your situation will delay the ability to determine if you are eligible. The W-2 and related program registration form. This is your first step to requesting an intake for the W-2 program. It must be filled out completely and signed. Agency staff will date stamp this and other forms when they receive them from you, which sets your eligibility start date. Notice of Assignment of Child Support. This form verifies that you understand that should you become a participant in the W-2 program, 25% of your received child support will be reassigned to the state to aid in paying for your W-2 monthly benefit. Good cause notice. This document explains that a condition of eligibility for the W-2 program is cooperating with the Child Support Agency unless a good cause claim has been granted. This document lists the possible reasons for a good cause claim would be granted. Participation agreement. This form is signed indicating that you know and understand participation requirements and the consequences of not meeting those requirements. Signing it means you understand the time frames for reporting when you cannot keep appointments or assignments. School enrollment and attendance information release. This form is required for each school-age child you have. You should take this form to your child's school and staff there will complete it. Bring the completed form at the time of your W-2 intake appointment. This information is needed for the Learn Fair portion of the W-2 program to show that your child is in good standing with regards to school enrollment and attendance. Additional copies can be received from agency staff upon asking when you're setting up your W-2 intake appointment. Participation Good Cause Procedure. This document verifies that you understand the need to report missed assignments immediately and the consequences of not participating without good cause. Rules for Internet Job Search. This handout explains how to correctly do your assigned employment search online. A good majority of the employers are using online applications as their only way of applying for employment at this time. Employer Information Release Authorization. This form allows workforce resource staff to contact your current or future employer in order to get information necessary for reporting your success with employment to the State of Wisconsin Department of Children and Families. Assessment Form. This form provides the FEP with information needed to determine your work skills and start an employment profile used by agency staff to assist you in gaining and keeping employment. We're almost at the end. Let's summarize what the expectations would be if you joined W-2. What you should expect of us. To be treated with respect and dignity. That we will act in the interest of being a bridge program between your current economic situation and being a self-supporting household. That you will be fully informed of your assignments and how those assignments are being evaluated. Your assignments will be supported in various ways. These include transportation and support payments to help you with the cost of seeking and starting work or assigned activities. We will work with any other agency, such as counseling, DVR, Tech College, AODA, etc., which can help advance you to self-sufficiency. You'll be notified of any actions taken which affect your W-2 payment, and we'll provide avenues to appeal any action which adversely affects your W-2 payment or status. What will we expect of you? To treat your case manager with respect and dignity. To do your best to prepare to enter the workforce and find employment within your abilities. To be an active participant in developing your employment plan. To ask questions when you are unsure what you're being asked to do. To follow through and complete your assignments to the best of your abilities. To fill out activity sheets and documentation which demonstrate completion of assignments in a timely manner. To report household changes, such as members, assets, income, or jobs, as soon as possible, or at least within 5 days. To find the motivation to succeed. To be open to new options and possibilities. To notify us as soon as possible if you cannot complete an assignment for good reason. If at any time while participating in W-2 you feel you have a complaint about your service and cannot satisfactorily resolve your issues with your FEP, you may contact me, Jody Connor, at 855-792-5439, extension 1313. There is a formal dispute resolution process you can access if you feel decisions made by W-2 staff are unfair. You can do this by contacting any WRI staff or myself and requesting a fact-finding. If you remain dissatisfied with my response, you may also contact Children and Family Services at 855-757-4539. In a moment, a staff member will take your questions live via our webcam. This person can also direct you to any services you might need immediately, especially matters of safety and health. If you would like to speak confidentially, an arrangement will be made to talk after this orientation is over. But if you believe you are eligible and wish support to get a job, or need help and cash assistance while applying for disability, we encourage you to take the next steps. Those steps are: complete the application packet, including the W-2 and related programs registration with signatures, and turn it into the front desk of the office you are currently in. You can do that immediately. Or you can take the packet home with you and fill it out to be submitted another day. Front desk staff will help you complete the packet if you need it. We will consider you an applicant and schedule an eligibility appointment when you turn in the application. Secondly, you will also need to complete an online Job Center of Wisconsin registration. Our front desk staff can direct you on how to do this. When you turn in your application material, you will receive an appointment for an eligibility determination to take place within 5 working days. If you need daycare to attend the appointment, the front desk staff will work with you to schedule and pay for care at our state-regulated daycare provider. W-2 is just one of many employment training programs available to job seekers. If W-2 is not a good fit for you, or if you think you may not qualify, you may be eligible for one of those other programs. Another choice is the Food Share Employment and Training, also called FSET program, which offers training and job search assistance to individuals receiving food share benefits. FSET participants do not receive a monthly cash benefit, but support dollars are available for programming needs. Please speak to the staff at this jobs office about a program which may meet your needs. Thank you very much for your interest in the W-2 program and your patience in attending this orientation. Our live chat will begin in a moment.